Let's just say my personality lends itself well to obsession. You have to keep in mind that I was an avid reader like most of our friends. Books are sort of a general obsession throughout my entire life. Let's start from the start. I, like Kayla, had a thing for Beanie Babies. Although it wasn't really my thing, it was more of my father's thing, and he liked to buy them for me and tell me that I could sell them when I was 18 and become fabulously rich. I just realized I'm 18 and I'm not fabulously rich. From there we get to 3rd grade, when my first real obsession started. And that obsession was Jason Dione. I was madly, deeply in love with him. Then you have 4th grade. My biggest 4th grade obsessions were Pokemon, of course, the rec center, and this little boy that I knew named Troy. 5th grade obsessions. Yeah, mostly just Jason. Now we've moved into a more mature age. Middle school. In 6th grade, I discovered chorus. And if anyone ever had an obsession, it was me with chorus. Of course, as chorus obsession was going on, I had the musical obsession. This was going on at the same time as Miriam was having her musical obsession, and we love Phantom of the Opera, Rent, and Wicked. At some point, somehow, all of us got into manga. We were completely obsessed. I don't know if you guys remember when we all used to write each other stories. A lot of us went through this phase where we would email each other stories and we would go chapter by chapter, and we were all characters in each other's stories, but you know, fantastic versions of ourselves. I loved this phase. Also starting in I think 7th grade was Pirates of the Caribbean. I could show you the multiple posters and paraphernalia I have gathered from Pirates of the Caribbean over the years, but honestly, just take my word for it. We like pirates. That brings us to 8th grade, the year in which Jason moved back. Then in 9th grade, I decided I really liked socks. Vestiges of that still remain. That obsession with Jason turned into an obsession with writing poetry about Jason. Needless to say, it was excellent poetry. Also around the same time, we all started reading vampire books. At some point I decided I was going to be Wiccan. However, as all of that weirdness was going on, I had found an obsession that was slightly normal. That obsession was theater. And, well, you know, they're about as normal as theater kids can possibly be. My obsession and love for theater lasted me from 9th grade to now. In 11th grade, I grew exceptionally cool, and I started my obsession with Neopets. But anyway, so I met this kid, his name was Adam James. Yeah, he is pretty cool. We spent every waking moment on AOL Instant Messenger from like the summer before 11th grade through 11th grade to the summer after 11th grade. Every night, up till midnight, talking on AIM and playing Neopets and writing poetry about Jason. And then junior year, my obsession started to shift a little. I developed this irrational love of SpongeBob SquarePants. Also, I learned that my poetry was quite unsavory, and I started to make some changes. And instead of writing poetry about Jason, I wrote poetry about my cat, Fern. The improvement was boundless. She smells like fiddleheads. At that point, I discovered the wonders of TV online. Netflix! TV became pretty much my greatest and only obsession, and it all culminated into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That one just topped it all off. Obsessive personality embodied. My senior year, there were other littler obsessions. You know, you had the lounge, you had drama still going on. But really, I just like to watch TV. And here we are today. You'll see Kayla tomorrow. Bye.
One thing I failed to recall was RuneScape. I was probably repressing it due to embarrassment, but I felt that it needed to be mentioned here.
Books are sort of a general obsession throughout my entire life. That was Christina.